Our guys were up and at it. First day Fort Knox hunt. I'm pretty excited, pretty pumped up. So I just got up, just got dressed, and I'm gonna get out to the woods. So hang with me and let's see if we can get some bucks on the ground. All right, we're in the truck and we are headed to the base. So we're just like 2 minutes down the road, so it's not really too far. But earliest check-in in your zone is 4 a.m. and it is 4:14 on November the 16th. So first day, I'm pumped. I've been so flipping jacked about this day for the last few days while being up here. And so I'm hoping that we can get it done this morning. I'm going to hang this set and set in it for the first half of the morning. And then close to noon, I'm probably going to pull down and move up the ridge onto the upper third side of it. And I got those two different spots I was scouting yesterday. I'm going to hit the bottom first and then work my way into that top part. And I don't want to just go busting in there blind and early and blow anything out of there. I want to take my time and be real meticulous while going in, and to ensure that I don't blow this thing out. And because I know a lot of people over here, they ride their four-wheelers and everything, and they a lot of people like to go to the ridge tops. And my hope is when they push in and hit the top and start riding around, them deer will funnel off the back side of those ridges and drop down into the bottoms and come right through to me. So I'm trying to work both the method of the hunter and the method of the deer. So we'll see what happens, but I'm excited and I'm stoked. I'm excited and I'm stoked, and I'm just ready to get in the woods and see some deer on the ground. So let's check it. We're at the front gate and all the hunters are checking in this morning. It's 4:20 in the morning and we're just jam-packed full of people. Everybody ready to go deer hunting. All right, so we made it to the spot, and I've got about a 700-yard track through this bottom and to the left of the second bench of this mountain that we were on yesterday. So I'm going to hurry up and pack up and get up there. It is about 4:30, 4:35, somewhere through there. So we've got 2.5 hours left of dark until it's daylight. So let's get it. Alrighty, guys. It's 7:02. Just now getting light. Took a few hours to get in here without bumping anything. Getting set up. I got the camera completely set up and all my gear set up. With roughly 20 minutes left to kill. I slow walked all the way back in here, but I got to my spot I want to be on. There's a big point right up here above me, about 80 yards, and I'm on the first bench. And there's a second bench right below me, and that really, really, really dense cover down there. And a lot of the sun that I was finding yesterday, scrapes wise and everything, and rubs, was coming up onto this second bench. So hopefully this morning we get a good opportunity. I talked to a guy at the road when I first got here. I was the first one to the spot, and he circled the right side of the mountain and went around the back to a saddle. But we're in an east wind and it's coming right out of this draw and blowing all the way up through here. And we're a good ways apart from
anything comes around these finger ridges right here and drops down into these drainages and runs this bench, they're going to scent check back there, and they will catch his scent, and it'll push them right to me. So hopefully this works out. I feel really confident about this position, so we're going to let it brighten up a little bit, and I'll check back with you guys.
Alrighty. I made it out of the tree. I got everything packed up. The sun's come out quite a bit now. That wind's still staying pretty consistent. And I've been mapping here in the area that I want to go. And I think I'm going to make a executive decision and just back all the way out back to the truck, because I've had no action in here at all this morning. That one thing that I thought that was a deer earlier, I'm pretty sure were just all the squirrels come over the hill. They were just running back and forth and everything, so I'm pretty sure it was just squirrels. So I think I'm just going to make my way back to the truck and map scout a little bit and try to just focus on a really solid evening hunt, not really burn no time right here in this afternoon, and also get some drinks in, get some snacks in, because your boy's hungry. But we'll get out here and regroup when we get back to the truck. I'll see you in a second. All right. So I found a spot that I did some road scouting on the other day, and it's really close to the base. Well, the city, that is. And I seen some big deer over here the other day, but there was no spots in here earlier. And so hopefully this evening, it's seeming like it's going to be a good evening hunt. So I'm going to dive back into this piece real quick and see what we can't find. Alrighty. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I got some really good wind right now. It's blowing directly from this little industrial place right here, right to me, and blowing right down into this bottom and blowing right back up to this other like training area or something like that. And I'm in between two commercial sites, more or less. And this big draw comes right around through here. And it's a little SMZ, stream management zone. It's got a little bitty stream running through it. And all the sign that I found is right here. There's big rubs running all around that fence line over there. There's massive scrapes right over here as well. Fresh dirt, fresh paw prints in them, and a 4-finger wide paw print at that. What I think's going to happen is that they're going to come from this left side over here, because it's really thick pine thicket over here to my left. And I think that if they do roll up on this top side, they're going to have to come right through here in order to get to this point, because there's a fence there that's marking off that property over there, and it's a no impact zone, and that's going to pinch them down through here. So I'm kind of setting it up like a natural pinch point with that fence line and everything. And it's a really high fence, 10 foot high. So a lot of this area is mainly poplar, red oak, and white oak, and a few other mixed oaks in. So this is just a quick hang and bang for the evening to more or less get as close as I can to the city, because there are big deer close to base. And if I'm just going to try to capitalize on it. So we'll see what it holds out to. So hang out and let's see what we can get done. So it's 3 o'clock right now. I've been set up for about an hour, and I've not had any movement or anything come through, which I really didn't expect to have anything early yet. But I do think that right into the prime time hour between 5 and 6, I think I'll get some movement strolling through here. This wind is still staying really consistent, coming right out of this side and pushing back over here into this bottom. And when it's hitting this bottom, it's creating like a funnel effect to where it's just sucking it right back up that way towards my truck, right the same way I walked in. So my scent is definitely streamlining all the way back through there. So that's really good. I was checking the weather app, and it said between 5 and 6 that the wind gusts was going to be from 9 to 12 miles per hour consistent, which is good. That means my thermals, when they start to fall in the evening, the wind is going to override it and keep pulling it the same direction. And so hopefully here in just a little bit, we can get some action in here. The more and more I keep looking at this area and thinking about it, it reminds me so much of the city property back at home that I hunt and that I killed my big 10 point on. And it's so hard to get yourself sideways and off track out here at Fort Knox, because there's so much forest and there's so much different varieties of land that, like, you get caught up thinking, oh, I got to go super, super, super deep in order to find a good mature deer, when that's not true. And so coming and doing this earlier, I was pushing really outside of my wheelhouse, because normally when I come here, I go really deep. But I stopped and thought to myself, I was like, well, I did really well this year, and was successful at hunting suburban property. And I stopped and I thought, I was like, well, this is a lot like suburban property, because I'm right here on the base line till you get right into city limits. So I'm really hoping it pans out. I have a good feeling about it, but it's just one of them situations to where I'm outside of my wheelhouse right now here, and I'm just trying something new to just see what it does. So just praying that the perfect one comes in here and can give me an opportunity. So let's see if we can get it.
camera, I got it on the shot. He snuck in right behind me. I didn't even flipping see him. All I heard was a couple footsteps break a twig. And he snuck in right behind me. Oh my gosh. He's laying probably 85 yards over here. I hardly had time to grab the camera, swing it around and hit record, and he was already on top of me. And I grabbed my muzzleloader and I turned around and I went to click, and I went to squeeze the trigger and forgot to turn the freaking safety off. And when I went to squeeze the trigger, I hit my rangefinder, and I'll be daggone if I didn't hit the rangefinder and it made a noise and he turned and he looked. And I clicked that sucker off and I said, boom! Oh, I'm stoked. We got that all on film, guys. So, all right, I'm gonna get down real quick. I'm gonna go over here and get him. So, yeah. Alrighty, guys. There's the setup. Let's go recover this beast. I'm sorry about that footage, that it was so hectic there and I didn't get the second angle shot. But if you'd have known how fast that all just happened, it all happened within under 20 seconds. Me grabbing the camera, hitting record, swinging it around, grabbing my gun, turning off my safety, pulling the trigger, and he's down, baby. Let's go get it. No need for a blood trail when you see them go down. Oh, I ate tag soup last year here, but not this year, son. A nice little 8-pointer. Check him out. Heck yeah, boys and girls. Oh, I love it. I'm excited, man. This has been a hard work. I was here since Wednesday afternoon, and I got the bad news that I didn't get to bow hunt and everything. I was really bummed out. So I took upon myself to just start scouting real hard those 3 days, Wednesday, Saturday, or Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I went to my spot this morning and kind of got pushed out by a guy that, you know, come in behind me after I did and blew up the whole set, more or less. And which I backed out, and like I said earlier, I just went to the root of what I did this past season with suburban hunting, and I kind of map scouted and just like put a game plan together based off the elements. I had this wind coming across this point, I had these scrapes, I had these rubs, I had this natural pinch point, and I just thought to myself, inevitably, if anything's going to push through here, because I've seen a lot of doe out here in this area, if anything's going to push through here and scent check, it's going to have to come around that point. Well, I'll be doggone if it didn't work out and didn't come together, boys and girls. So I got to get back to the truck real quick, get my deer cart. I'm going to pack my stuff back and get a few pictures, call my wife, and start to celebrate. So, yeah. All right, guys, so when I got back to the truck, Dave here was just driving by and he asked me if I did any good, and I said, well, yeah, I just shot an 8-pointer, and he said, well, you need help? And I was like, well, praise God, because anybody in the deer woods always needs help. So we appreciate Dave coming out here and helping me. Yeah, we're going to get him. You're a party leader, you said? So we're going to get this big boy cleaned up, and then we're going to get him out of the woods. So hang with us. All right, I made it back to the truck, and we're going down here to get this beast loaded up. I just can't get over the favor of the Lord and the blessing of the Lord, man. To send that guy right in at that time, to be able to come and help me, and him a zone leader or zone manager of the zone that I'm hunting in, and him volunteering to want to help, man, it's a blessing. God's faithful. Alrighty, we got back to hunt control. We got everything logged in, and so we're gonna go ahead and get him over to the hotel with the guys and meet up with them and see what they think. So it's been a successful day.
Look here, Rose. Look here. Way to go.
I appreciate it,
Good
man.
deal, man.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
We're going to get ready to go in here and eat, and we're going to grab us some grub. We've all been sitting in the woods all day long. We're wore out, and so we need a big old steak, and we might just take it off him, or him. You never know. So we're going to go in here and get some grub. Alrighty, I just got word back from a lot of the guys. They're all going to try to load up and head home early because the morning hunt was slow and everything. And they got some stuff they need to do once they get back home before Monday starts. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Fort Knox 24 was a success. I'm super happy with the results. So as always, scout hard, hunt easy.